Hello everyone and welcome to Crafting with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. As you can see, we are sublimating frosted tumblers. These are actually called rainbow tumblers. All of these are PYD Life brand tumblers. We are going to sublimate them in the 12-liter oven, and I cannot wait to share the full process with you. At the end of this video, if you find it helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Now, without further ado, let's get started. The materials I'm using for this project include the PYD Life 12-liter sublimation oven. I'm using the PYD Life cup cradle, sublimation paper, heat-resistant gloves. I'm going to use my Cricut mat to put the tumblers on to cool off. I use my finger knife to cut the sublimation images once they have been printed. I use my Cricut self-healing mat and the Cricut clear ruler to line up the images. I used 18-ounce rainbow white sublimation tumblers by PYD Life. These come with glass straws. And I'm also going to use sublimation Shrinkwrap and my heat blower. All of these come in individual boxes. All of the images were downloaded from Creative Fabrica. After downloading my images from Creative Fabrica, I uploaded them into the Silhouette Studio software and sized them according to the measurements that I found when I measured my tumblers. And I printed them with my Epson EcoTank 2760 series printer. This printer has sublimation ink inside. The next thing I did was use my Cricut self-healing mat, my Cricut clear ruler, and my finger knife, and I cut away all of the excess white paper that was surrounding each of the images. It's important to note that as soon as you plug in the PYD Life Sublimation Oven, the power is going to come on. And if you don't intend to use it right away, just don't plug it in, or you can plug it in and then turn the power off. So right now I just have the power off, and what I'm going to do is start to get the tumblers wrapped. So I'm using the PYD Life cup cradle, and I kind of just use it as a second pair of hands. I wrap my image, make sure that the paper is on there straight, and I place the image in the cup cradle, and then I use it as I add tape in the places where I want it. For each of these images, I added 2 pieces of tape. I feel like that was sufficient for this process. Now that all of my tumblers are taped, the next thing I'm going to do is put on my heat resistant gloves, and I am going to get each tumbler inserted into a shrink wrap sleeve. I personally use shrink wrap when I'm using a sublimation oven. I use butcher paper when I'm sublimating in a tumbler press. I have my heat gun powered on high, and I'm wearing my heat resistant gloves. And what I'm doing is just making sure the shrink wrap is completely adhered to the tumbler, and I'm removing the wrinkles from the shrink wrap as good as I can. You want to make sure it is smooth. I'm going to follow this process for all of the tumblers. Now I'm going to power the sublimation oven on, and I'm going to set the temperature to 360 degrees for 9 minutes. As the oven is heating up, the light inside will turn on and off. Once it reaches the desired temperature, all you have to do is open the oven and put the tumblers inside and close the oven, and it will start the countdown. During the sublimation process, you may notice that the lights inside will continue to power on and off. When the process was complete, I decided to remove the tumblers right away. And what I did was I had my Cricut heat resistant mat ready, and I just added the 3 tumblers to see if it would work. I wasn't sure if it was okay to have them touching, but I figured it was worth a try. While those 3 tumblers are being sublimated, I am quickly removing the shrink wrap. It is better to remove it while it's still hot because it is very hard to remove it once it cools down. I've peeled the first 2. Now I'm going to remove the other 3 and quickly get the shrink wrap removed so that I can peel and reveal them, and we'll see how they all turned out. All right, let's go ahead and peel these since I sublimated these first, and we will see how they turned out. My word of advice about the shrink wrap is that peel it as soon as you can, because the longer you wait, the harder it is to peel. This is gorgeous. Let's just say that. This is gorgeous. Look at that. Look, they're so cute. Okay, so there is that one. I'm going to make sure you can see it up closely. Let's see the second one. I'm curious about how these turned out since they were all in there together. Oh, wow. I love it. Wow. Okay, here's the second one. Here is the second one. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. It's the first one. There's the second one. Let's peel these. These are still hot. Let's move this over to the side. Ooh, look at that. Look at how pretty that is. It is so pretty. It's very, very pretty. I wonder if, I don't know how I feel about the 3 of them being there together, but let's see how these other ones turned out. Oh, I don't think that was a good idea, because you can tell this right here must have been touching another tumbler, unless it was supposed to be like that. I don't know. Oh, it looks good depending on how you position the tumbler, but I guess it's pretty. It is. It's nice. I don't know. Do I love it? I kind of love it. These, yes, I love this. I'm not so sure, but tell me your thoughts about it. How do you feel about it? You think it looks nice like that? Would you consider putting 3 in at a time? Still hot. or warm. Okay, let's do this last one and see. I had to kind of doctor this one up. Feel like I didn't cut it wide enough for some reason. Ooh, I think I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. This one is my favorite. I can just go ahead and tell you that. Look at that. Look. I love this one. I love it. This is going to be specifically for me. So hopefully you have found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.